Prime Minister Nabanja holds contractors to account for public money, while UBC TV and sister stations set to relay the Africa Cup of Nations 2021. A very good evening to you tuned in to UBC TV this very first Monday of the year 2021, it being the 3rd of January of the year. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakoni, and we warmly welcome you to UBC News tonight. In a first story, Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Robin Nabanja, wants accountability of 1.6 billion shillings World Bank loan to cater for health centers construction sites in Chibale district. This follows complaints on the quality of construction of the health centers by Techno 3 Uganda Limited. Nabanja was inspecting the site at Chibale Health Center 3 in Chibale district.
Contracted to Techno 3 Uganda Limited.
So these ones where you are going to remove them. These ones where you are trying to squeeze it. So those ones you are removing them.
The quality of work done by contractors was wanting.
I am directing you one group, one brick. On top of that building, at least one brick. 2, remove those rafters.
The visit follows complaints from district leaders on delays in construction and the quality of construction materials.
So we demand quality services, we demand value for money. By the way, you also take note of the forum. That's the reason why government is now using the army brigade.
Techno 3 Uganda Limited site engineer Didas Twesije promised to rectify the problem.
Standards is what we produce, and we cannot do things which are not understanded. So what the Right Honorable Prime Minister said, we are going to work on it.
So the remaining 9 lower local governments do not have a facility.
We promise service delivery. We promise everything good to Ugandans, and that is what we want through this particular project.
Chebando Health Center 3 is one of the facilities being upgraded to Health Center 4 to improve health services in the country. The shilling 1.6 billion health facility is funded by a loan from World Bank. Irene Faith Nantongo, George Nyonzima, UBC News.
Ministry of Education and Sports has released a calendar to guide the reopening of schools in the districts of Mukono, Wakiso, Kampala and Biji starting on the 10th to the 13th of January 2022. The spokesperson for the Ministry of Education and Sports, Dr. Mujimba Dennis, says that this will reduce congestion that would lead to massive spread of COVID-19.
Ministry of Education and Sports has released a program to guide school reopening for various classes in a staggered manner in districts of Kampala, Mukono, Wakiso and Mpigi. On 10th of January, schools in Mpigi and Wakiso will open, and classes expected this date are A-level and lower primary, while on Wednesday, 12th January, O-level students and pupils from P5 to P7 in these districts will resume school.
So for Kampala and Mukono, they are reopening for boarding students on Tuesday with A-level plus lower primary. Tuesday, January 11th, plus Thursday, January the 13th for O-level and P5 to P7. Now, this arrangement also takes care of international schools. For example, you may find that a school has mixed day and boarding. The day students will still report on the 10th of January.
This was resolved at consultations from Ministry of Works and Transport, Uganda Police Force, President's Office and the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Our intention is to prevent the spread of COVID-19 massively around this central region when we reopen schools. Because if there is a massive outbreak, or what we call super spreading, around Kampala, Wakiso, Mukono, and Mpigi during reopening, this thing will go all around the country.
The calendar targets only 4 districts where 60% of the schools in the country are.
So that is why we are concentrating this reopening plan to be specific for these 4 districts, because that is where the majority of learners are. Now, the rest of the country, the arrangements will remain. The students, both day and boarding, can report if you're from Karungu district or you're from Rukunjiri.
Ministry of Education and Sports emphasizes that there is no guideline to the effect that students or pupils must be tested for COVID-19 before entering school. Some schools had, however, planned to reopen starting 6th, and this ministry says stretches the learners since the terms have been extended to 14 weeks. However, those with programs to reopen after 13th of January should go ahead.
So what you don't want is to have schools having students reporting so much earlier and having longer terms than what we have already planned. Already we are having a long term of 14 weeks. So if we do not deliberately follow the calendar that has been communicated by the ministry, you're going to overstretch the learners.
In his last address to the nation on COVID-19, President Museveni said in June 2021, as government closed schools in the COVID-19 second lockdown, there was congestion, thereby guiding the ministry during the reopening. I'm Nafka Farida and Abdunasir Wama in Kampala.
State Minister for Sports Dennis Hamson-Obua has urged all school administrators, both private and government, to internalize the guidelines and be able to issue school fees instructions that fall within the confines of the guidelines issued by Minister for Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Museveni. This follows concerns from parents and the public on some schools which are increasing school fees towards the reopening of schools. Jen Mujisha, the head teacher, Chitante Primary School in Kampala, says that it's not in line with the Ministry of Education and Sports guidelines for them to increase fees as schools reopen.
Justification of this is that as government, as Ministry of Education and Sports, we appreciate the fact that even educational institutions, especially those that are private in nature, have been going through a very, very stressful period.
Definitely.
But despite the fact that our children have not been at school, which is a source, I would say, of funding to private schools, we are also aware that the parents themselves have also been going through distress through this period. So we must strike a balance. This decision, in my opinion, is the most reasonable decision, take into consideration all factors. This side, the private educational institution and even government, and this side, the parents who are supposed to handle matters of school fees. We want schools to be considerate and avoid excesses in executing their mandate.
We can't add in even a single coin, okay? Our fees remain the way it was. We are going to go by that because we know even our parents don't have the money. So if we hike, which means some of our children will drop out.
Be considerate, let's be reasonable, let's avoid the excesses, especially in terms of school fees, but most importantly, please accept, follow, put your school fees within the confines of the guidelines issued by the senior minister.
Parents and school owners are advised to remain vigilant as schools prepare to reopen on the 10th of January. Enforcement of standard operating procedures is encouraged to fight the spread of COVID-19. In rather unfortunate news, Ivan Kahwa reports that a 42-year-old HIV-positive woman has been arrested for deliberately defiling a 16-year-old juvenile in Namungona.
Uganda police is holding a 42-year-old female teacher at Namungona Kigowe Primary School for luring 16-year-old male juvenile into unprotected sex. Police have established that the woman is HIV positive and the juvenile has been administered to post-exposure prophylaxis medication.
Now we have information that Nanya Elizabeth, at 42 years, was staying alone in her room, and she managed to lure the 16-year-old male juvenile to her room. She caused the victim to remove his clothes and indulge into an unlawful act of sexual intercourse.
Uganda police is also encouraging parents and school administrators to remain vigilant as school reopens on 10th January. In other news, more 4 suspects linked to Uganda Coalition Force for Change have been arrested, bringing the number to 33. One of the gun of 12 rounds of ammunition has also been recovered after Abogere Alex, one of the suspects, led police to his hiding place. CID has also revealed that Kakwenza Rukibashaija will be charged before the courts of law on 4th January 2022 for using his Twitter space to repeatedly abuse the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and the Lieutenant General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, commander of the UPDF Land Forces, using derogatory words.
You know, abusive has no platform, even socially, in our different cultures, and even legally. Even the most known politicians here of opposition have not used some of these words. You can challenge the system, you can challenge the method of work, but you don't go personal.
During the press conference, it was also revealed that in the joint operations during the New Year's Eve, police arrested 1,452 pedestrians, impounded 1,054 vehicles and 1,886 motorcycles. John and Divine, Nagulu Police Headquarters, UBC Tonight.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's enjoy this short break. On return, we have more. Please keep it with us.
Parents, guardians and caregivers, there's a confirmed polio outbreak in Kampala, and therefore the Ministry of Health will conduct a national house-to-house polio immunization campaign. The first round of the campaign will take place from Friday the 14th of January to Sunday the 16th of January 2022 in all districts of Uganda. During the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign, health workers will come to your homes and immunize all your children under 5 years of age. Please note that the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign does not replace the routine immunization. The polio vaccine is safe, effective, and free.
Parents, guardians and caregivers, please ensure that all your children under 5 years of age are immunized against polio during the National House-to-House Immunization Campaign from Friday 14th January to Sunday 16th January 2022. The dates for the second round of the campaign will be announced in due course. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, World Health Organization and partners.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless. Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Secu points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Senki points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Senki points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Senki points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Come with me.
So get your GoCoder and GoTV value for 25,000 shillings to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Something to look forward to.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
The family of Mr. Chibedi Ismail of Kabuuma village, Wakiso district, announces the disappearance of their daughter Habiba Nakasua, a 16-year-old senior 1 student of Green Stars High School, Entebbe. Habiba Nakasua was sent to a nearby shop to buy groceries on 15th December 2021 and has not returned yet. The family appeals to whoever has seen Habiba Nakasua to contact the parents on 0772 896 265 or 0701 896 265 or report to the nearest police station. A big reward awaits.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs.
My name is Suga Morris. I'm an Airtel Money agent. I'm from Chibuli here. That's where I operate from. I won 2 million shillings. This is great, guys. Go for this. This is for real.
The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
I'm growing up, I'm growing into every moment.
Thanks,
Mom.
Nurture the moment with Minute Maid Delight, now available in apple flavor in the 400ml ready-to-drink pack.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs.
My name is Mulage Swahod from Tororo district. I'm so happy that I'm a lucky winner of the 10 million Uganda shillings Man After Money promotion with Airtel. I can't believe it. It's just like I've been reborn. It's the best day of my life.
The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Shopping needs this Christmas, come to Capital Shoppers. We have a variety of items like gift hampers, foods, garments, cosmetics, and all sorts of drinks. Enjoy your shopping experience this festive season at affordable prices in our fully stocked branches in the following areas: in Tinder Station Road, opposite Makere Business School along Port Bell Road, Duster Street opposite Nakasero Market, and Garden City on Yusuf Lule Road. To all our customers and suppliers, we thank you for your continuous support. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe, wash your hands, sanitize, and wear your mask always.
Yes, thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the short break we had. The Judiciary has dismissed allegations spreading all over social media platforms that the Chief Justice, Alfonso Winyidolo, and the President of the Republic of Uganda reached an agreement over the issues concerning bail for suspects of capital offences. According to the Judiciary spokesperson Jameson Karemani, in an interview with our reporters, the bail application issue is still under discussion among the relevant stakeholders, after which it will be tabled for cabinet and more other discussions.
On several occasions, the President of Uganda has an opposing view
on the law that permits capital offence offenders bail and life imprisonment, which has sparked different views from the public.
We have cited Article 1, which says power in Uganda belongs to the people, and also that anybody who threatens to amend the constitution unconstitutionally commits the treason against the people of Uganda.
Any person who claims that a fundamental or other right of freedom guaranteed under this constitution has been infringed or threatened is entitled to apply to a competent court for redress, which may include compensation.
One of the reasons of granting bail is to decongest our prisons. Our prisons are congested. Now, when you remove bail, you have nowhere to put people. And when you remove bail, even the police bond, it means it will be done away with. I don't see the need to remove bail, because removing bail is touching everyone's fundamental right.
Although discussions about bail are still underway, there has been rumors spreading on social media that a final decision has been achieved following Chief Justice Alfonso Winyidoro's meeting with President Museveni over the issue. Allegations on social media shows the President is meeting with the Chief Justice Alfonso Winyidoro and reaching an agreement to deny suspects with capital offences bail.
Now, there were some social media reports which were claiming that there was an agreement reached about removal of application for bail, and this arose from the guidelines which we are developing that will guide in the management of bail applications. These guidelines were started long before the debate about bail started, because we intend to have them to guide our courts on how to manage bail and also manage bail refund money. So we want to clarify that there is no argument that has been reached at all concerning removal of bail, and we are still in the process of developing these guidelines. What remains is consulting some stakeholders to have their input on how these guidelines should look like.
Judiciary has also distanced itself from denying bail to some capital offence offenders following the President's view on bail.
It's not true that the President directs the Judiciary. We are an independent institution. We do our own things. Yes, the President made the statements, but we are receiving applications and we are entertaining them according to the law, because this is something that is provided by the Constitution, and what we are doing, we are following the Constitution and other laws which govern applications for bail. So in some cases, bail may be granted, in others, bail may be denied, and the denial will be based on the law and the nature of the application that is made. But of course, some people may now start interpreting it to mean that because the President has said this, is because so and so has been denied bail. It's because the court will be following the law. And that's why there is also another chance of appeal. If someone is denied in the High Court, can appeal to another court.
The proposal on granting bail to capital offence offenders and life imprisonment sentence is still under public debate, after which it will be addressed to Cabinet. Deborah Namamonde, Nantongo Rebecca, UBC News.
Thank you so much for watching. In our business news tonight, Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development has stated that the public should not expect the current fuel prices to drop due to opening up of the economy. It maintains that the current pump prices of fuel in the country are being determined by the scarcity of crude oil in the manufacturing countries, as Mark Wadula reports in this.
Fuel prices in Uganda continue to remain on a record high since October 2021 due to a global scarcity in crude oil. Fuel prices at different fuel companies like Shell, Total, Fuelex, Oryx, remain at an average 4,700 Ugandan shillings for petrol and 4,200 Ugandan shillings for diesel, up from 4,400 for petrol and 3,700 shillings for diesel in October 2021.
The increment in the prices has not been affected by the lockdowns in Uganda. It's been more of a global crisis, so the factors that have affected the prices here are external.
Despite it not being a public figure, government through the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development sets a reserve price above which local fuel sellers are not supposed to go above.
When we make that mistake and we mention the reserve price, it means the companies are going to work towards selling at the reserve price, which is in most cases a little higher than what the prices are right now. So it is to the advantage of the consumer that we don't mention this reserve price. We only use it for monitoring purposes.
By end of December 2021, government reopened the economy and relieving the taxis the limited number of passengers from 7 to 14. Taxis and buses also have reduced travel fares to balance up the high costs incurred on fuel.
Abasabaze betutwala batunyigana yate nafe netunyigiriza neto ofunyewo gokubyeko ku 13 ku 14 omutekamu okolango balancing ez'amafuta.
Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development shows that Uganda is expected to enjoy highly subsidized fuel prices when crude oil refining begins in 2025 from the oil and gas initiatives in the Albertine Graben.
Refinery starts operating, it will be processing 60,000 barrels of fuel per day, and that 60,000 barrels will be transferred to a big storage facility that we are going to put up at Mpigi, and that is what is going to be supplying the country. Much of the importation of the fuel will have to come down because we shall have our own fuel supplied through the facility at Mpigi.
Wadulo Makano, UBC News.
Parents, guardians and caregivers, there's a confirmed polio outbreak in Kampala, and therefore the Ministry of Health will conduct a national house-to-house polio immunization campaign. The first round of the campaign will take place from Friday, the 14th of January to Sunday, the 16th of January 2022 in all districts of Uganda. During the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign, health workers will come to your homes and immunize all your children under 5 years of age. Please note that the national house-to-house polio immunization campaign does not replace the routine immunization. The polio vaccine is safe, effective, and free.
Parents, guardians and caregivers, please ensure that all your children under 5 years of age are immunized against polio during the National House-to-House Immunization Campaign from Friday 14th January to Sunday 16th January 2022. The dates for the second round of the campaign will be announced in due course. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, World Health Organization and partners.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
I'm growing up, I'm growing into every moment.
Thanks.
Mom.
Nurture the moment with Minute Maid Delight, now available in apple flavor in the 400ml ready-to-drink pack.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Senki points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Senki points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Senki points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Thank You points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Yes, we thank you so much for watching. Let's now go talk sport. And in our sports news this evening, in just about 6 days, the world will open its eyes to the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations, which was earlier for June last year, but affected and adjusted because of COVID-19. Yours truly, the Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC, is proudly set to relay all the 52 games live on all our platforms.
The 2021 Africa Cup of Nations is finally here. The tournament of 24 nations is to be hosted by Cameroon and starts this coming Sunday. Over the years, the Uganda Broadcasting Corporation has been at the helm of delivering sport to Ugandans, and good news is nothing has changed.
It's the biggest sporting events on the continent. Not only on the continent, I think football is big across the globe. So this is a global tournament, though it is an Africa Cup of Nations, but it is really, really huge. And we just can't wait to present it to you. We are in the kitchen doing what we need to do, and definitely we expect the best that we can give you. We owe it to you as a country. We owe it to you as our your public broadcasters. So please sit back and enjoy, and remember, it is free and exclusive to your public broadcaster, UBC, always inspiring you in all that we do.
Unlike during the World Cup qualifiers last year when only those on free-to-air watched games, this time out, even you on other pay TVs are covered.
The World Cup qualifier was being produced by a different pay TV, and as a result of that, most of our viewers on DSTV and other channels were off due to that. But this time round, we do not expect that, rightly so. DSTV has got the right, so for the pay TV, DSTV will be screening all the games, and rightly so. UBC on channel 282, you'll be able to enjoy it, all the games, the 52 games on DSTV, on free to air. So across the board you'll be able to get this. So our promise to you is that the games are on, and there's no better way to start a new year 2022. We wish you fantastic viewing. Enjoy every bit of the game as they come.
Even those on Start Times will be able to watch the games live on UBC channels, including Magic 1 and U24 in English, as the various radio stations at the national broadcaster carry local languages.
AFCON Cameroon, and we are saying as Start Times are very proud to let you know that our customers, or Start Times customers, will enjoy AFCON.
On the opening day this Sunday, two fixtures including hosts Cameroon playing Burkina Faso and Ethiopia against Cape Verde are lined up. John Barnes, Sentamo, reporting.
Of course, such tournaments are only with the public broadcaster, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC TV. So only miss AFCON 2021 if you do not watch UBC TV. My name is Michael Lukumwa with Elizabeth Nakakoni. We're getting back to you at 10 p.m. For now, Kutesa, our colleague here, has the weather forecast report.
My name is Kutesa Mili with today's weather update. We are seeing a reduction in wet activities in most parts of the country and an increase of sunny interval in almost every part of our country. Due to this, we had few stations reporting rainfall, with Namulonge having the highest of 3 millimeters of rainfall, Masaka with 2.7 millimeters of rainfall, Masindi with 2.1 millimeters. This is due to the high that is depriving us of the moist winds that are supposed to blow into our country, enhanced with the hazy conditions blowing from Kalahari Desert, bringing us the hazy conditions, more especially in northern part of our country, and the light thunder showers that are experienced over lake showers are due to the Lake Victoria Basin. Tomorrow morning, we expect to wake up with sunny conditions in most parts of the country, apart from some few areas across Lake Victoria Basin are expected to have light showers. Afternoon hours, though, we expect a continuation of sunny intervals almost in every part of our country, apart from some few areas around across Kabale and some few areas in Lake Victoria Highlands are expected to have light showers. Temperature to go high up to 34 degrees Celsius, that is across Karamoja, 32 in northern part of our country. Most of the areas within Uganda are going to be having 30 degrees of maximum, but part of the Lake Victoria Basin are going to be experiencing 29, including our capital city Kampala, Kabale with a lowest of 25 degrees Celsius. He is moving out of Uganda, touring the globe. We are forecasting the few cities for you, like in Nairobi, Dubai, and New York, with the sunny intervals at a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius across Nairobi. New York is a little bit cold at a maximum of 0.3 degrees Celsius. Paris and London expect to have light showers. Thanks for tuning on UBC. My name is Kutesa Mili. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.